I feel like bad things are gonna happen.
This doesn't feel good.
Did you do that?
No, I'm sitting over here.
Did you do that? I'm so scared right now.
My chest is like really heavy.
Make it stop. I need to stop being afraid and face it.
My mama told me not to leave the house without a Ouija board, so I brought one.
That's a poop, not a fart.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Is this missing like a glass thing?
Yeah.
Cool. It's not gonna work.
Tractors and pumpkins. Tractors and pumpkins. Look at them.
Orange because it looked like a pumpkin.
I am a pumpkin.
Got something to say.
It's gonna be the whole night. The whole night. Look at that giant barn. Same. Fear Farm. The legendary haunted farm. That's why we're here. Because of the haunting. Taylor?
Yes.
You worked here?
I did. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was scary.
I hired him. Guys, tonight we're at Fear Farm. Fear Farm is one of the sickest haunted attractions in Canada. They have so many haunts that you can walk through, but hey, by day, there's Snyder's Family Farm. But once that sun sets, they get real creepy. And the truth is, I think that their attractions are more than just haunted by actors. I think they're haunted by ghosts. Oh my gosh, the cat's back. Guys, we're here at Fear Farm, like I said, but right now we are currently in Hiller House, and Hiller House is one of the haunts here at Fear Farm, and it's one of the places as a manager I used to run through a lot and haunt, and maybe I even made something spooky that hopefully is still in here, but maybe not. But because I'm out here, the number one thing that I wanted to do, because of the experiences that I have had at this farm, was get some awesome psychic mediums in to see if they caught the vibes, if they think anything is going on here, and if, you know, am I seeing things? Were they just people like messing with me, or is it real?
So we're both psychic mediums. We're from Kitchener, Ontario, and both of us have different ways of connecting with spirit. Austin is very connected to extraterrestrial energy and is very much working on vocal channeling. And he also, you know, gets the vibe and feels the energy of spirits around when we do readings and things like that.
So sometimes when I see spirit, sometimes I don't always see them. I might hear them in certain directions. Sometimes I might see a picture or like a little clip or something like that. So it's not like I can pull it down and talk to them like you and me do.
I've been doing psychic mediumship for about 7 years now, approximately. I kind of fell into it. My family is very gifted, so I have a great-great aunt who's psychic, and my great-grandma was a tea leaf reader, and my mom is a tarot reader, so it kind of got passed down to me. I, you know, use it to help people.
When it comes to like the paranormal and mental health, I feel like they really do go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I remember a couple years ago when I went to an exorcism, it seemed like a mental health case, like completely. But then it wasn't until we started talking about like heaven and hell and, you know, calling on spirits to help that like it changed from being a mental health issue to being very clearly something demonic. What I've heard and everybody's heard growing up is like, when it comes to demonic activity and mental health, is it because mental health can be so bad that like those low-level spirits connect?
Yep, the vibration.
In a lot of ways.
When your mental health is at the point where like you're depressed and you're going through a lot of things in your family or just whatever it may be, your vibration is really low, right? So the highest vibration is love. And so when you're really low like that, you connect with lower entities, like low vibrating beings and whatnot. So if you higher your vibration, you can connect with higher beings. And that's what, we are all mediums. We're all gifted, we're all connected. There's not certain individuals that are better than others.
Do you believe that people can be beacons / they're haunted, kind of like a lighthouse to spirit?
Absolutely. When you have different vibrations, right, and you're open, like sometimes people are open more unknowingly, like they don't realize how open they are, and some people are more closed off. They can be closed off for any number of reasons,
So
right?
like more trauma, more ghosts. Guys, I know why I'm so f***ed up.
I hear you.
Right?
So if someone passed away that you know, and you're thinking of the person, subconsciously they're like, hey, I'm right here, Celina.
Because you're like in the front, in like your forefront.
But
Yeah,
that's your self-conscious. That's you picking up, saying that Jack or whoever is right there, they're next to you.
I can't believe you just said Jack. I have to tell you this. On my way here, I was asking my guides, I was like, is there anybody that's gonna come through tonight? And I kept hearing Jack, 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 and you just said Jack.
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
so crazy.
Is there anything else that you have with Jack? Because that I'm kind of curious.
You feel that, didn't you?
I have I have a, you know, there's a connection to Jack.
Yeah, so it's interesting because
Sometimes when you pull,
I was getting an older gentleman with Jack.
you just, there's also, I think it's called clear cognizance, where you just
Yeah.
know, it's like a download.
It's like I'm putting things out, kind of, too,
You
right?
know how it comes, it just comes.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So,
And I mean, it's awesome when that happens. But when I was asking my guides on the way here and trying to just kind of connect before we got here, and I heard the name Jack, I almost like this person I felt was very connected to. If there, I don't know where in this place, like whether it's here or over there, but there is a skeleton area where there's a lot of bones. I'm seeing. I don't know if
So
there's
Jack wasn't connected to me, it's to here.
I think it's to here.
Okay.
I think it's to here, but it could be connected to you. I don't know. I think that he was showing me a skeleton. He was showing me like that kind of energy. Like I was seeing a skeleton when I connected to him.
and just
So
so
I
you know,
thought-
we don't see the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like everyone sees something different. Like,
Yes, for
when
sure.
me, what I did, and like when I wrote my first book, I called it The Home Reader because I didn't know what it was that I did. I like disassociate.
Yep.
And I kind of like go into this like different zone in my brain. It's hard to get to. I can like travel through a place, but for me, it's not like I'm seeing ghosts. It's like I'm seeing memories. Because that's the thing. This whole season, I'm on a quest to figure out what it is I do, you know, where it comes from. And Fear Farm here is just a place where every Halloween I'm so inspired to come back here.
You're going to inspire a lot of people, and because you're high vibration, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to need help, and they're going to need that, and sometimes it just takes that spark to make that fire, right?
It's interesting because sometimes when I do mediumship, when I do a lot of it, we do it a lot online, right? Like most like we do it either Zoom or through text, and energy knows no boundaries of time or space or anything. So often when you start talking about something or when you bring something up, I start getting things and I start to feel like, okay, that makes sense. This is going
It's
with
that
this.
flow stage.
Yeah,
right?
and so like I just kind of connected a little bit more with this Jack character. The energy that I'm picking up from him is I do feel like he's an older gentleman, and I feel like his energy is very protective. It feels very protective. Because I was thinking on the way here, I'm like, okay, we're going to connect when we get there, and you know, if there's anybody that is here for Celina, let me know or let us know. It wasn't just at that moment that he came through, but it did come through shortly after that. And so I just figured either he's going to be connected to the land or he's going to be connected to you. But when you said you have a connection to Jack, he came in a little bit stronger and was showing me almost like he was like caping around you, like just like very protective of you.
Okay.
So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's the energy that I'm picking up so far. We'll see if he brings anything else out.
When ghosts are here, is that where they're kind of trapped and in between?
Well, they're not trapped. They can live there. You can actually live there.
And there's different energies where like if you have something that's cycling through the same space, that's not really a spirit so much as it's an energy imprint. So like let's say we walk into one of these rooms and we're just all kind of picking up similar energy and it just feels like a certain kind of way, right? If we are all picking that up and it's just giving us like a repeat of that energy, but there's nothing else to it, that's just an energy imprint that somebody's left there.
Kind of like residual energy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
When it comes to Fear Farm here, I feel like a lot of the energy here is because people come here and they have a terrifyingly delicious time. My main story, I was the manager and I was out in the corn. And I got a sandwich, so I didn't want anybody to want to bite of my sandwich. So I like backed up like probably like 15 feet into the corn. So there was no trails, there's no people there.
I just have this vision of you like eating your sandwich.
I was standing in there and I was watching through. It was kind of near the exit. I was watching people leave and I feel a tap on my shoulder and I turn around. And it's even farther than me in corn, probably 5 more feet behind me. And it is a girl. And she's got wet hair, which is weird because like it wasn't raining. She had kind of dirt all over her face. She was wearing like a white nightie and she had no shoes on because I had my headlamp on and I looked down, she has no shoes on. Her feet are so dirty. And I look at her, I'm like, hey, because in my head I'm like, this is an actor or this is somebody lost. I'm like, let me take you out. So I had her hand and I'm walking out and I come up out of the corn and I turn around to let go of her hand and I'm holding a cob of corn. I wasn't holding her hand.
Does she look like you and me, like actually like real?
She was, every time I have like, a lot of the time that I have actually seen a ghost, they were as solid as you or me.
Yeah,
So that's
what they look like.
quasi-physical.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of manifestation to get
So
to that
that's
point,
like,
a lot of energy.
so it's like someone came to me for help. Like they put all their energy together.
Yep, totally.
That's what I'm hoping to connect with tonight.
Yeah. The first thing that came into my mind was something, she's either from like, I want to say 1920 area. Does that make sense?
That's what I felt. That's what I felt, yeah.
So like, and there was definitely something traumatic that happened to her here. And I definitely feel like the the feelings that I'm getting, like I don't know this, like I don't remember from when I was a kid if out in the woods if there was like a space that's very old but it's like almost like a shack kind of.
I can't pick up
that energy. Something in there I think is what occurred with her. And
I have an interesting place to take you guys.
all right,
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I was still there. No, he doesn't want to go. So we are in Hiller House.
Yes.
I know this is like a new haunt. And like this is like, you know, it is a haunted house, so there's not necessarily a ghost inside here. But do you get anything like in here? Do you want to walk it?
We can
Let's walk it. I think that might be why
I do fart a lot. So if you hear any animals, ask me. It might have been me barking.
Working hard, my man. Huh?
Okay, that's so crazy. This is what he was wearing. There is a skeleton area where there's a lot of bones. And you see the bones? That's crazy. This is exactly what that guy was wearing. Yeah, and there's just a lot of different things that are kind of starting to come together.
So this is kind of the place you were picturing, like a spot.
like just there's
Spooky.
lots of bones everywhere. And
Yeah.
this is exactly the energy that I was seeing.
What's up, Boo Crew? A little bit of an intermission. I know things are probably getting juicy, fun, and spooky, but I have to tell you about something. Is this an ad? Yeah. For me! Twilight shirt. If you are seeing this, then my spirit board collection is officially out. Look at this makeup. Look at it. The palette is as big as my face. 15 gorgeous shades. Look. 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 It's so beautiful. We have presence, I see you, attachment, channeling, conjure, other side, seance, hello, goodbye, all seeing, portal, malevolent, mystic, apparition, omen, and clairvoyance. Look at it. Look. Ah! And now we have the all-seeing highlighter. Look at the mirror. Look at the shimmer. Sharp as my love is for you, the ICU eyeliner, which it's not coming off, babe. And last but not least, the ectoplasm lip gloss. It smells like candy apple smell. It's okay, I'll put it on for you. Get your spirit board collection now at BeautyXBoo.com and find if you're from Canada, you don't have to pay duties, baby. Ah, check it out.
What are you trying to tell us?
It's kind of weird, repeat cat.
What are you trying to tell us, kitty kitty?
I know, I'm honestly kind of nervous to go into right where I saw her. Oh, you're peeing, cool. Okay, he's really coming. If it goes into the corn where... That's the spot.
Is that it?
Is that the spot?
That's literally right where we would go in. I'd say this is where I was, but it was completely
Right here?
She was behind me, yeah.
Right here? Right in this spot right here?
You know what? Honestly, that would have probably been right about the
here.
spot.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is where she is.
And I would have been facing this way, and I was watching people go through. And then she tapped me on the back, and I turned around.
Hi, kitty.
And I saw that she is the cat here.
Yes.
What is happening?
I feel like she might have been like the farmer's like daughter.
Or something.
Yeah.
But shit, like it was weird. Like it wasn't raining, right? And she was completely drenched, and she was stressed out. So she was like,
I was gonna say maybe
there's no ponds here that I know of.
No.
I think there's a creek that way maybe, but not like a big body of water.
nothing or something.
Not around this like
Right.
area right here.
Interesting.
Yeah, but when I
Here's
saw
my
her, she was
first
drenched,
thought.
and she was like,
Like she had been running.
No, my first thought was like, did she fall into like water, or did she something with the, I don't know if she was drowning, but something to do with the water.
No.
And then you said she
I
was
feel
drenched.
like
Do you mean
she-
like sweat? Because I feel like she was like completely
Soaked.
water soaked.
Like was her whole body soaked?
she looked, yeah, as if she had jumped in and got out, but her dress was like drier than she was.
Okay.
Like maybe it was like a hot time where like
Right.
she was still
So
wet,
she
but
looked
her,
in distress.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I feel like she didn't say, I feel like I knew she wanted out. And I was like, here, let me tell you. And I grab and I see me grab her hand and I turn around to lead her up out towards the barn. And I come out and I'm holding corn.
Wow. I think her name was it's funny that you say you don't like J names. I feel like her name started with a J, like Jamie or something like that. And she feels very
It's funny to say that because in my head, like when I like talked about her before, she was Jane.
Jane.
That's what I thought.
It's totally could be that
Jay
too.
or Jane. Like they're literally,
Jane,
like, just-
Jamie, something like that. It's
Okay.
the energy, like the hear what I'm hearing.
Or like Jamie, right?
Yeah,
like
Jane.
someone
She's doing names.
ja.
Horrible with names.
Yeah. I know this sounds crazy, and I feel really bad for her. I'm almost getting teary-eyed, but I feel like she was.
Okay, so
Well, I don't feel that.
that's what I thought.
I feel like she
That's what I told my husband.
This gentleman that we're seeing, I feel like he's the one that did that, because every time when we talked about her in there, he came in right away. When we talk about her out here, he's still like trying to almost block the energy. Like it's like he's not wanting us to talk about it. This guy is very like, I don't know, his energy feels very
Disturbing.
just like he's upset or angry or frustrated. But she feels like more of like she just wants somebody to know like what happened, you know? I don't know.
Okay. Because like to me, when I thought it before, like I thought it was some kind of like she had run out of like a situation where like there has been like some kind of
Distress.
dark thing that had happened to her, and that's why I was just like, as soon as I saw her face, like I said, I didn't hear her tell me get out of here, I think, but it was so fast that like I'm like, oh, she needs out of here, grab my hand, let's go.
Wow, what was
person
that?
with the cat.
It's Taylor.
Oh.
Taylor, what are you doing?
The cat came up to me and I wanted up, so I cuddled him.
Oh.
I couldn't tell who was the
Intermission
first.
for
Intermission
cuddles.
for cuddles, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, there's one more spot that I want to show you guys.
He came up to me and he's like, I want cuddles.
I want cuddles. Was he sweet? I did talk to the owner when I came, because I, again, was kind of on this venture of, I didn't know if what I saw was a thing or if it was an actor. I'm like, are there any stories of like anyone who died out here or anything traumatic that did happen here? And he had like a story of what supposedly had happened here and he was told about. So I'm just curious, you know, because it is kind of like a hearsay thing.
Yeah.
If you guys picked up anything here, and it, like I will say it was like a bit of a traumatic event, but it was like a really interesting story.
I can't.
That cat is incredible.
I love it. He's like totally our guy.
He's connected.
Yeah.
He's our guy. I feel like there may have been an accident of some kind on the land. It feels very much like it was not just like it feels more complex than just like a simple accident though.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like there may have been I almost want to say like I'm hearing like a love triangle, or there was something involved where there was multiple people, and there's a lot of anger associated with it, and I feel like there's a lot of like it feels like anger and lust and like almost like maybe some alcohol involved, like it just there's a lot of like
Energy, right?
yeah, it does definitely feel, but like I definitely feel like there's something involved. Maybe we're still picking up on the girl and her situation.
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel like this land, there's like there was some kind of third party involved in a relationship that was here, and that girl, there was a connection to that, I feel.
To me, what I've experienced is weird energy in Hiller House, which you guys totally had, and then for me it was
The girl.
the girl.
Yeah.
And when you brought up Jack, and you brought up like a protective energy,
Yeah.
it's kind of a weird one, but my dog's name was Jack.
Oh, okay.
And he was, he was so protective of our family.
That might be
And
why
he
he
went
was
out super traumatically, and I feel like I hear him and I see him all the time, and that he's still like such a part of our family.
Your little boy.
I think I'm talking about, because
Yeah.
you're talking about him as an old man, and he
Yes,
was an
yes.
old man. And to me, Jackson never gave off dog vibes. Jackson gave off like,
Human vibe.
he was a Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay.
Classic name. But yeah, his name was Jax. We called him Jax.
Yeah.
And he was very protective.
Okay.
Like if anything was in the backyard, he got skunks, he got rats. He was like, are you walking past my house? I know you walk by every day at 3, but today I want to kill you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when you brought that up to me, I was like, I think she's connected with Jack, because
Makes a lot of sense.
that was something I set for myself.
So I'll be honest with you, I don't feel anything in the energy over here. I feel more over there where you were in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's definitely something over there for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Here I don't really. I feel this is more peaceful. I feel like
tonight,
yeah,
easier
it does
more.
if we
Peaceful.
investigate tonight, the place to investigate is the corn.
Yeah. I would
yeah.
investigate the corn for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for everything
You're welcome.
that you have done tonight.
Yeah,
Do you want to, use the light, guide us
Yeah.
here, Taylor. Do you remember how to get out here? And please avoid the spiky guys. I have literally never seen this cat before, and it is coming with us everywhere. Cat, important question. Are you a ghost?
Yes.
Are you... Was that you?
No.
Can you
kitty,
show us a ghost? Take us.
Take
Why
it
is
to the-
Celina?
Meow, meow.
I just wanna love. Hey, kitty. Kitty, just wanna love you. Look at the size. Okay. That cat has giant nuts. Can I pet you? Will you let me? Oh. I gotta show you guys something crazy. Come here. It's me! Look how short. Wait, where'd it go? Hold on, hold on. That's me! I have really short hair. I was a scientist. Her body. Hold up. Just wait. Look, it's me! I have such short hair. If you were wondering my past and what I used to do for a job, I worked here, and daily and stuff totally didn't happen. I'm so scared. Like, I know there's no one in here and I'm still scared.
Recognized as a person.
Look at it. I freak out. Why is it moving?
It's definitely moving.
Okay. Did you do that?
No, I'm standing over here.
Did you do that? Oh, I'm over here too. Look, that one's moving too now.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Fear Farm's a place where it is so fun to be scared. But the thing is sometimes it actually is scary. Snyder's farm here, the Snyders acquired it in 2002. That was about 20 years ago. So that was obviously not way back. But one of the haunts here is called Hiller House. The Hiller family actually owned all of this land. There's a creek over that way that is called Hiller Creek. Now Hiller House is named after that, and we found out that their names were Herb and Robert. Those were the brothers that owned the farm. There isn't that much history about this place, but sometimes I feel that the places with the least amount of history have the most activity. This is my box of treasures, and they're for ghost hunting. I've had some of these things as long as 10 years, but some cool things like this I actually found out from Sam and Colby. 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 This is the music box, and I want to set this, the cat balls up. We have the temperature gauge, and honestly, I'm just excited to talk and see if anything's here. This is the room that I found out from one of the girls that worked here, that every single night around 10 o'clock, the same woman came through. And it wasn't until she asked, like, hey, this chick comes through every night, when the security guard was like, I don't know who you're talking about. And the weird thing was is that she would always come and she would touch this casket. So, I don't know, we have to be in there. We're gonna try it. We're gonna put this music box on here, face in a direction we aren't, to see if we get any motion. Along with that, we're gonna use the REM pod, the cat balls, and then I really want to try the spirit box because I want to see if any of those names are gonna come through. This has the creepiest sound that I've ever heard in my life, but Taylor. Is it the shadows? Just keep the light on me. Okay, I'm gonna move it just in case.
There has to be something.
Okay. We're good.
So what does it connect to?
It's motion. So if something walks by it, it's gonna go off.
Okay, walk by it to make sure it works. Perfect.
Okay. If there is a spirit here, can you walk in front of this box and make it go off? What if it was in front of them? I'm gonna put it back on the angle like someone's standing there. Taylor, do you want to ask a question?
I'd love to. If there is someone here, have you been here for a long time? If so, please make the music box go off.
Okay, I have an idea of a place I want to try because they said that the woman that came through, or right around the time that she came through, she'd walk past the casket.
Sure.
So I'm gonna put it up here. Okay, let's move over here. Stop. If you're here, can you move away from the music box and make it stop?
What the holy Halloween's going on?
See if it is what? It literally won't stop. It's just going off on there. Dude! That is terrifying. It's
The casket.
if there is someone here, can you walk past that music box? I think we should add the cat balls.
Oh, this doesn't feel good.
Are you terrified?
Yeah. What the heck's going on?
Okay guys, so super strange. Right along here, the clip got kind of messed up and we couldn't use the audio, which was very strange. So I thought, heck it, I'm gonna mute it and I'll tell you guys what's going on. So I decided that I do want to set off these cat balls and see what's gonna happen here. But the music box does keep going off, which of course, dramatic face, which I always do. But I'm showing you guys how these work. So they work by clicking the light on the top, which turns them on. They twinkle, do some twinkle toes for a little bit. You set them down, they stop doing the colors, and it takes a lot to kind of get them going again, which is pretty interesting. So I decided to just place them around the room, but the music box, again, it just kept kind of going off, which was a little something else. I really wasn't prepared for that. A lot of the time when you do set up this tech, it never works. Like, it literally never works. So right here, I'm just asking, hey, if there is anyone here, can you step in front of this music box? I remember just feeling like nervous and kind of like sick and weird. It was strange because the energy came in this room as quick as it had left. And then it left as soon as it had came in. So that was very strange. So again, I'm just showing you how these balls work. And I decide to kind of spread them out into different areas where we're kind of feeling the vibes that are going on. Taylor, it's his first time kind of doing this, and he was having a really great time with it. So we're standing back here, and everything stops. The music box, it really hasn't gone off in a while. And we look at the music box, and we ask, and we're like, hey, was that an orb there? Wait, I think I saw that. I ask, is this a member of the Hiller family? And the music box goes off. So that's our reaction to that. And then the cat ball goes off after asking if this is a member of the Hiller family. So we ask if it is, I think it was Herb or something. And again, we get some like, yes, where are you, Herb Hiller? Boom, 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 which was insane. So the music box went off a tiny bit and we were just like, wow, that's incredible. But finally, we're getting it back. So back to your normal programming. If you are the girl from the corn, can you touch these balls?
That's a little
I'm sorry.
personal.
Can you either touch the balls on the ground, go near that red light on the ground, or walk in front of that music box? It's her. It is her.
I think the nice thing about this, though, is that we know she is a positive energy.
She just wanted help that night.
And
Okay. Was your name Jane? Touch any of these things if your name was Jane. Okay. I'm just saying this because I got it in my head. Make anything of these go off. Was your name some form of Emma or Emily? Did you hear that in the other room? Yeah. Emily? Emily, do you haunt this farm? I guess that's kind of an obvious, right?
well, and I wouldn't say haunt.
Haunt. Is your body still somewhere on this land? Okay.
That's a good sign.
Now here's a big one. Emily, were you murdered here? Make any of those go off. You can touch a ball on the ground, go near the REM pod, or walk by the thing. Okay, here's another feeling. Emily, did you take your own life? Were you connected at all to the Hiller family? I think we should try the spirit box.
Yeah. Connect to my spirit.
So a spirit box is this little box here, and it's gonna scan through radio frequencies. So words.
That was a car.
No, it wasn't that. Words can pop out. Okay. Soldiers. Emily, are you here?
Crisis?
Crisis.
Tons of blood.
Tons of blood? Why would that say that? Tons of blood in a girl's voice. Did you just hear my name?
Yeah. I heard Celina.
I heard it too.
It's really weird because any time that she said something, like she said Emily or Celina or these kind of things, it was in the same voice. And why would you hear my name?
Yeah, and like a young female's voice.
Like I say Emily, the music box goes off. And then we say, Emily, like, give us a sign. And it literally says Celina in the same voice as when it was like, help, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just, I feel like there is a spirit of a girl here. And I feel like who I saw in the corn was her. And that maybe whatever happened to her here keeps replaying. But I feel like she's very drawn to women. Because the woman psychic had the vibes, I had the vibes, but she hasn't like reached out to any men.
I think she's confirming with you.
I'm so scared right now. Like the fact is like, it's one thing to like do it and be with like a bunch of people, but like right now it is the 4 of us in this tiny room, and I know that I'm talking to a spirit of a girl that like something possibly not great happened to her. Emily, can you give me one final something before we move on to the corn? Because I feel like maybe you'll be stronger there as an entity. Will you follow us? Is that a better place for you? It's just the whole night has been like really fun and light, and like now that we're in here, it just feels, I don't know. Do you feel it, what I mean?
My chest is like really heavy.
I just feel like it's not even tired. I just feel sad. Can I have the temperature gun? I just want to find the spot. Shine the light over there, Taylor. 56. Okay. Yeah, let's just... You know what also is kind of weird? Is that we've gotten into doing kind of like the darker, scary stuff of tonight, and that cat is nowhere to be seen.
That cat was following us around the whole night.
The whole night, and that now we're like actually trying to connect with like spirits more so and stuff, and it's just us alone. The cat's like, no thanks, bro. I'm really nervous now. Okay, so we have 4 cat balls. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we're at the exit of Stalking Dead, which is one of the haunts here, but it's also the place where I was backed in the corn and I did meet who we think is named Emily. I don't know. She stopped talking to us in Hiller, so as our last spot of tonight, I'm really interested as to see if she's here. In front of us, again, we have the REM pod. We have the music box. We have the cat balls. If there is anyone or anything here, can you go near the REM pod? Can you walk in front of this music box or even slightly touch any one of those little balls on the ground? People who have worked here have seen really cool things over the years. And we just want to show the rest of the world that you're here too.
You guys heard that, right? I'm not the only one who heard that.
I think the fact that it's a bus with a zombie on it makes it so much scarier.
Yeah.
It's grown up.
Emily. Or the Hillers. If that was you that made that sound, can you give us one more sign with any of our equipment? I'm just scared. Okay? I fart when I'm scared. I literally tried to hold that in.
If anyone's here, if possible, could you please give us a sign?
I don't know why, but I just like... I just want to take this. Because it might have been... Hold on. I'm just gonna like have a moment. You guys keep an eye on all the equipment and let me know if anything goes off, okay?
Sure.
For real, is that what's going on now?
Do you like it here? I have goosebumps all over this leg. It is like something just brushed by this leg right now. I think for me, it's really interesting coming back here because like my life has changed so much, and I was able to find so much of my spooky self being here, because it was kind of the first time when I came that night and they said to come for an interview that I kind of felt like I had found my people. And like Taylor that you guys saw tonight, say hi Taylor.
Hey.
I hired Taylor here, and I think it's kind of created this, you know, this long-term relationship, friendship, which is really cool. But the thing that I really like about Fear Farm is people come here for a really good time. And just like any place, it could be haunted, and that's my question about tonight. You know, having the psychics in was super interesting. You know, to kind of have my dog come through, I think. To have some of the things that I had happen kind of like be validated. But like we're out here and I don't feel like she's here. And the weird thing was is in Hiller House, like I felt things, but I wasn't sure if it was her. And it was interesting to see on the spirit box that the name Herb came through. But like, and jumping back into doing these haunted things is something that I've wanted to do for like a really long time. And a part of it is every single time that I do something haunted with Sam and Colby, I think with Sam and Colby the most is where I found out that I'm capable of more than I thought that I was capable of. And I know next week we are headed to Salem on Sunday, actually, a few days. And for me that's kind of mind-blowing because my whole life I have felt so drawn to Salem, and I felt so drawn to anything witchy, if that's the way you can say it. But I found things out about like kind of my family history that are kind of curious. And I found out that there's a lot of mystical kind of people in my family tree. And every time I do one of these, I feel like I trust myself a bit more and I learn about myself more. And I think that's why I go to Salem. I feel like Salem is the next Is Salem where I'm supposed to be going? Like, what if whatever is happening, because the same kind of things happen everywhere I go, like, I feel like maybe it could be, like, someone with me, you know what I mean?
A follower.
Like, when I was a kid, and I've told this story at Sam and Colby, and I've told these stories to so many people, I played with this Ouija board with 2 of my friends, okay? That day was the weirdest day of my life. And the weird thing is whatever I talk to, I promise them. Do you feel that cold ass change?
It just got so cold.
When I played this Ouija board with these girls, we get together like a few times a week and we play with this Ouija board so much. We talked to this thing and we randomly were getting things in our life that we wanted. The day that we like did this weird sacrificey thing as kids, which again, we were kids, someone who's like super easy to take advantage of, I said to them, I will promise you my unborn children. We all did it. And that day we had blood on us that we didn't know where it came from, and we saw cats everywhere. And that's why this whole night
my god, that was...
Okay.
Oh, that was too close. Oh.
If this is the dark thing I'm talking about, can you make the music box stop? A couple years ago, back when I was a kid, I connected with something that I knew wasn't good. We saw cats all of that day. And every time I've been afraid to tell the story, because every single time that I tell this story, I feel like it gets a little bit closer like it did. And the only way that I can talk about it is kind of like the movie Insidious, and how in the pictures it kept getting closer. So every single time that I talk about it, I feel like bad things are gonna happen. And the weird thing is we promised our unborn children, right? Both of those girls that I played this game with, none of us have had children, living children. And I felt drawn to Salem, and I wonder if maybe the answers for what I did back then are there. But it's weird that every time I talk about it,
11:11.
It's creepy.
my life has been a weird, strange series of events and things that can't be explained. And I've never talked about them publicly because I've been afraid to. And I think that maybe I need to stop being afraid and face it.